Now that we've got Git installed and we've got a GitHub account, I just wanted to demonstrate how we can download some of the exercises, or more importantly the assignment code from the GitHub Classroom. So if I get Brightspace up, and then the assignment code is in assessment folder. There it is. Yeah, and there's a link to the GitHub Classroom, which is a sort of offshoot of GitHub, the GitHub site. So if I click on that link, that takes us to the GitHub login page. So if I log in like that and then put the password that I gave myself. Now what's happening here is that the GitHub Classroom has a copy of the assignment code, but it needs to kind of duplicate it. It needs to make a personal copy for me. So everyone who logs in gets their own sort of personalized copy made of the assignment code. So you basically have to accept those permissions. So authorize GitHub Classroom by clicking on that. Okay, so this is GitHub Classroom saying, okay, this is the assignment. So as you can see, if you accept this assignment, you'll be granted access to the assignment-kw-lab. So it's making a copy of the assignment with my GitHub name, username, tacked on the end. So everyone has basically got their own copy of the assignment code. So if I accept this assignment, so it's creating the GitHub repository. So now it's made my copy, as it were, and there is its name. So if I click on that, okay, so let's get rid of that. So essentially, this is my copy. Now, what I need to do now is sort of clone it onto my local machine, onto my computer, onto my local machine. Now, there's a couple of ways of doing this. You can just download it as a zip file and then unzip it, or you can use the commands that are built into Git, and to do that you need that address, that web address. So if I just make a copy of that web address, now I can sort of sign out of this now if I want. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's just make a copy of that address there so I don't forget it. So I can sign out of, where's it gone? I can sign out of the GitHub Classroom if I want. Okay, so there's a couple of ways that I can sort of get the code onto my machine. One is to do it from the command line. Again, this is because we've got Git installed. So the command is git clone, and then you have to provide the address of the remote. Control V worked. And then I've got to provide it with the location, the folder on this machine, that I want to copy it into. So users Kevin, let's say the desktop for now. Oh no, that's the wrong one, desktop. And I've got to provide a folder for it, so I'm going to use the same name as the repository. So then if I hit enter, there you go, it's done it. So what I should find on my desktop now is a folder called assignment. There it is. And if I open that, you can see there are the various files, and then I can open that in say IntelliJ or Android Studio. There's another way we could do the same thing with the graphical interface. We could have a quick look at that in a minute. You can actually download things straight from GitHub or from inside IntelliJ. So it's up to you really which method you wish to use. In fact, IntelliJ and Android Studio have got most of the main commands are built into one of the menus. As I've said before, I personally prefer doing version control from outside the IDE most of the time. Depends what I'm doing really. Yeah, so what I should be able to do is just open that project. Where's the desktop? There we go. Open that project, which is that one. And that should open in the normal way. He said with his fingers crossed. Yeah, there it is. So that's one way of getting the code onto your machine. Oh, enable Gradle import. Okay, and it's probably going to start building it now, so I'll get rid of that for now. As I said, the other way you can do it is with the graphical interface for Git. So let's just have a go with that. So like I said, we don't need to go to GitHub and build and create another copy for us, but yeah, on the graphical interface you just click on clone existing repository, and the source location is the remote address, and the target directory again is whichever folder on your machine you want to put it into. So let's put another copy on the desktop actually. Now if I just put a pointer to the desktop, what it should do is tell me that there is a folder, or there isn't a folder. Yeah, so it says location users Kevin desktop already exists, so I've got to put another folder name in. Oops, you've got to put a folder name in. Notice how it's using the Unix style of path name here. Now I've already got a folder called assignment -kw-lab, so let's call it -lab-02. So as long as I put it into a different named folder, I can clone as many copies as I want. So if I click on clone, and it might ask me for my GitHub login, but no, it's not going to. Looks like. So there we go. Creating working directory, cloning modules, submodules, and there it is. So I've got another folder, so there it is in the top left hand corner. That's the second copy that I've just made. So you can use the command line, you can do it from the graphical interface if you want. I suppose let's see if I could do it from IntelliJ. Let's close that one. So if you did want to do it from Android Studio or from IntelliJ, you can use this option here, get from version control. So you can try that out for yourselves if you want. Okay, hopefully this has helped you to sort of get the assignment code from GitHub.